Hey beautiful people, welcome back to my channel Wake Up Right, where I share all the things that help me live each day a little brighter. I'm April Lauren and I'm on a journey to lose 200 pounds. In today's video we are meal prepping and working out. So Yenna is on her way. Next time you see me, we will be in the gym. Noah has gotten a lot of my attention our last couple of workouts. I feel like more attention than the workout, but not like in a bad way. Like, I'm just happy to see him. He's so adorable. Yeah.
All right.
Aww. His pitiful little face when he walked over to me, he was embarrassed, I think, maybe. I don't know. He's like 16 months going on 17 months, so it's not like he really feels those emotions, I guess. So I don't know if at this point I've talked about it. I think I talked about it on my video that went live on Friday. But when we did Kettle Hill, we were not warm enough, so we both had slight low back pain for a couple days after, and at least I did, and then Yenna's was a little bit more intense. So we've just been taking it slightly easier on our workouts than we typically do, just so that we make sure we aren't injuring ourselves. And then we're either going to wait until it's a little bit warmer before we're incapable of like going medium. We're like hardcore or no core. Especially when it comes to a timed thing like Kettle Hill. So we gave it our all, even though our times were awful, but we are grateful that we were able to complete the exercises. I wish that neither one of us would have had any back pain after, so we are going to wait until it warms up, or next time we do it, we're gonna make sure that we have warmed up for like half an hour or longer, instead of just like the 10-15 minutes that we did. So anyway, our workout was great. Spent a lot of time with Noah. My husband watched Noah for quite a bit while we were working out too, so that was nice. So he came in and picked him up before this clip started, and obviously dropped him off before it ended. But we were doing cardio for like 30-ish minutes. Noah. So Yenna was stretching and I started doing some squats, and then Noah got a little fussy just because it was getting close to his nap time. Because we've been hanging out with Noah so long before we work out yesterday and today, it makes it closer to his nap time when we're finishing up.
Is that we use these machines to make you're going to have to change the language of my phone.
Like cool? Sure.
The other one.
You bet. Oh, okay.
You probably have outside, so it probably is. You stepped on poop? You stepped on poop? Yeah. You got poop shoe? Yeah. You go be free. No.
Noah he's a little light. I love this little kid so much. You guys have no idea. So they did go ahead and leave not long after this, and I think I've already said this, but I was doing some squats. So I just finished out my squats. I decided I was going to wait and do the circuit after. So after I did my meal prep, because it was getting late and I really wanted to get everything filmed and like prepped, and I was getting hungry, so there's that. And because I wasn't meal prepping salads, I haven't bought any salads or anything for me to grab and go, so I really needed to step up my game. All right, beautiful people, Yenna and I just wrapped things up in the gym. I need to go pick up my salad stuff. I've got a lot of the salad stuff here, like the meats and stuff. So I'm actually gonna go ahead and prep and start the chicken. I'm gonna do some chicken salads. I'm gonna do some salmon salads. That's what I've decided. So I'm gonna go ahead and get to chopping. If you missed it,
On Friday, I deconstructed a salad. So I'll put a tag up here. But my goal is to make these salads more like satiating and like robust with like good real whole foods. I want to actually hit that 600 calorie mark. Whereas the salads, as we talked about, didn't. So anyway, let's prep the meat and then we will be going to Walmart to pick up the rest of the stuff while it cooks. The hubs is home today. He's got a 4-day weekend, which I'm excited about. Anyway, let's do this.
So I always line the pan with tin foil, and then I actually got pre-cut, so they were cut in like smaller strips, and there really was no reason for that, except I typically, when I do that, when I'm making salads, like I would cook everything and make it right then, I just leave it strips and cut it as I'm like eating it. But I did end up dicing these up smaller once they were cooked. So I just lined the pan, and then I did 3 different, I did a Tuscan seasoning, I did a rosemary seasoning, and then I did chili flakes, I guess is what we'll call it. So I did other things with each one, but those were like the dominant flavors, I guess. So I ended up eating all of the Tuscan ones with lunch today, so which was a little bit more than what I had wanted to be eating, but it worked out perfect because I had almost the exact amount I needed for each salad. So and what I ended up doing was the 6 salads, and each salad had 6 ounces, give or take, like point something, you know what I mean? Like it could be like 6.1 ounces or 6.3 ounces, but it was right at 6 ounces every single salad when it's all said and done. And so I got all the seasonings and stuff out, and I think I'm gonna pull you closer so you can see. And I'm just salting. So basically there were most of the seasonings I put on all of them, and it's just like I said, those dominant flavors that I just put on a couple. So that's the way I did it, and this is how I always season it. It was actually the Tuscan stuff was the first time I used it. That's something that Hubs has bought, but it was actually really, really good. So, but yeah, it turned out really, really good. I'm excited for us to eat the salads that I've made, and I hope that watching me prepare this meat has been helpful. I'm almost done. Just gotta stick it in the oven, and then it's gotta cook for about 30 minutes, 15 minutes on each side.
Okay guys, so alrighty, so I have the chicken now in the oven, and I decided before I go pick up groceries, I'm gonna let this chicken cook. And while it's cooking, why won't you focus on me?
It's not nice to say to your viewers.
So while the chicken is cooking, I'm gonna go ahead and let it cook all the way through. I thought about letting it cook while I go to get the stuff for the salad, but then I'm like, actually, it makes more sense for me to let it cook all the way and then let it cool while I'm going, so that way I can just put it straight in the containers. So that's what I'm gonna do, and while I'm waiting, I'm gonna have a post-workout snack. I'm going to eat a Built Bar. Thank you, Built Bar, for sponsoring today's video. I definitely eat Built Bars every day. I think you guys have seen that in my almost daily videos, that I eat them a lot. Built Bars are my favorite protein bar. They're my favorite snack right now, actually. So my husband and I, we grab them all the time. I've shared this before. The consistency is very easy. He can't do a lot of heavy protein, so like protein shakes and stuff are out for him, but he gets his protein a lot of times by eating Built Bars. And me, I satisfy that occasional sweet tooth. Like I had one last night and this solved it. And I had the German chocolate one. So I had one of these last night, and it was so good. They taste just like German chocolate cake to me. So it might be because I haven't had German chocolate cake in so long, but to me, it tastes the same. This is the one that, salted caramel is the one I reach for the most, and I love it. I love the consistency. I love the flavor. I love that it is a convenient snack that I can take with me on the go, that And like I said before, it satisfies any craving that I have. And I think I've shared with you guys before, I have been on a Built Bar buying spree. Let me show you guys. So like I've shared, I have been buying a lot of Built Bars. So they do, for doing the sponsored video, they did send me a mix box, and they sent me 2 mix box last month. So I am getting products from them for the sponsorship. But then all of these were in boxes like this. And I bought all of these boxes. So these are my favorite flavors, mine and my husband's. So this is the dark chocolate cookie dough, which may be my new favorite. The coconut almond tastes just like an Almond Joy. Again, I haven't had an Almond Joy in years, so maybe it doesn't, but I feel like it does. So it's delicious. And then the candy cane brownie is super good. That's my husband's favorite. So I actually bought 2 boxes of those. And then the cookies and cream. Y'all know my problem with Oreos. I don't feel like these taste anything like Oreos, but had to get them and I love them. And then the salted caramel. And yeah, I also have double chocolate. The double chocolate and the salted caramel are mostly my go-tos. They have 130 calories. They have 17 grams of protein each. I love that low calorie nutrition profile, and they are just thebomb.com. So, if you would like to try Built Bars, click the link in the description to save 20% off of your first Built Bar order using my link or code AprilLauren20. Let's cook some chicken, shall we?
Yesterday, your smile, your style so fly, my oh my. As time stood still, I got the urge to steal a kiss, and so I did. Now I'm embarrassed, but just a little bit. Oh, there must be gold on those lips and honey on those fingertips. Can you imagine us two out in the woods in a big old house? We'd pass our days on clouds floating around. Oh, since I met you, I feel unbreakable. Oh, I can take it all. Wish me good luck, give me the courage to ask for more. Oh, there must be gold on those lips and honey on those fingertips.
All right, so now that the chicken is all done, I am going to go pick up the groceries. It's the lettuce and everything. Well, I didn't get lettuce. I got spinach and kale, which I'm also gonna make a kale salad thing. So anyway, I am going back and forth at this point on whether I'm gonna do the salmon. I feel like that's a lot of meat. I am gonna proportion it out so that we're getting about 6 ounces per salad. So the lighting is horrible. Anyway, I'll see you guys in a minute.
On those fingertips. Oh, we could be birds discovering the world, the best ones they've ever heard about.
right, beautiful people. So here are the groceries. I am about to divvy everything out. I also got stuff for some soup I'm going to make. It's just called Tucson, I can't talk. Tucson soup. Tuscan soup. It's called Tuscan soup. So I've got, this will go on both. And I've got the Italian sausage, the bone broth, the whipping cream, the onion is for that soup. The onion is for that soup, as is the mushrooms. Then this for the salads, I have these two things. And I bought these containers. And I thought the containers, because they're 4.7 cups, I thought they were going to be bigger. Because these weren't cheap. So I'm going to do 2 salads, see how I like it, see if I think it's going to be enough. And then go from there. I feel like I would like containers that were like 1.5 of these would be perfect. So I don't know how I'll feel about these. Part of me doesn't even want to open them, but I'm like, I'm making these salads today, so I am meal prepping in this video. Anyway, this is everything I got. Oh, I ordered green peppers and they didn't give me any green peppers. I wonder if they were just out of green peppers. Because I ordered the red peppers for salad to cut them up. And then I also ordered green. I like green. The hubs hates green peppers for whatever reason. So anyway.
So I'm sure everyone has a different way of doing things like meal prepping. Typically what I do is I cook whatever I have and then I divide it up with the portions that I want. So like, let's say I had 24 ounces of chicken. I would divide that over, which is kind of what I did, 6 meals, which I actually had more than that. And so what I had decided to do before we used some of it for our lunch today was I was just going to freeze leftover. And that way it would already be prepped and ready to go. So I had more. But essentially what I do is I divided out the portions on what I want. And actually, after I tallied up all of the calories and stuff, I probably could have just put that chicken in and it would have just made it a little bit more, gave it a little bit more protein and a little bit more calories. So, first thing I did was, out of what I had purchased to put into the salads, I cut and prepared it all. So I washed it, I washed the containers, and then I went ahead and cut it up and put it into various bowls.
Alright, beautiful people, the first thing we need to do is zero out this bowl. So, now the bowl is zeroed out. Let's see how much of each that we have.
So what zeroing it out does is it just takes it to the negative amount of the weight. So then when you put whatever it is that you're measuring, it gives you the accurate weight. You can also do this. So like you'll see eventually, I don't know if I'll actually point it out in a voiceover like I'm doing right now, or if we'll just be past that at that point. But when I'm building the salads, I just zero it out after I reach the amount that I had. So what I did is I measured the total amount of each. And then, except for the tomatoes. The tomatoes is the exception where I just decided we were going to do 25 grams of tomatoes. But, so what I did is I did the total for carrots, red peppers, cucumbers, and the green onion. And then I just put that in. And then I had decided I was going to do the 85 grams of spinach per salad. Because I felt like that's probably all that this jar was going to be able to take. And I guessed accurately. So I also measured the chicken just to see how much we had, and then I needed to change it from grams to ounces because that's how I typically measure the chicken and things. So anyway, once I did that, I went ahead and built the salad. So that'll be the next thing that we're looking at together, is me building the salads, and that will be coming up any second. So this was me checking out the spinach to see what the recommended serving was, and it was the 85 grams. So when you're measuring this stuff out, you have a couple options. If you're using a food scale like I am, you can zero it out and just continue to add the different ingredients each salad. For whatever reason, I just did it per, like I used all the carrots that I was going to use, and then I did all of basically everything through the 4 containers that didn't have the chicken in it. And then once I added the chicken, I did it differently, and I added the chicken and zeroed out. Or added everything and the chicken, and I just zeroed it out in between each ingredient. I don't know if that makes sense. I'm pretty sure it does. Pretty sure I'm over explaining stuff that everybody probably already knows, but food scales are so helpful to measuring how much you're actually eating. So I am trying so hard to be better at it, and meal prepping like this helps because then if I've already done it, I don't have to worry about it. And because of that, it helps me be more accurate with what I'm eating. I'm really amazed at how off I was with the calories, not necessarily in this right here, but in the salad. The salad was just so inaccurate. It just proves the importance of actually looking up what you're eating. Anyway, so the totals for this, and I just put the total, so the total amount of cucumbers, carrots, the bell peppers, everything that I put in it, but it is 299 calories, 5.71 grams of fat, 14 carbs, and that I didn't break down the fiber and everything. And then 46.97 grams of protein. So that is the salad. So it was quite a bit less calories than what I wanted, but this doesn't include the dressing. So the dressing is going to increase the carbs by 2. So if I just did 1 serving, the calories by like 120, depending if we do depending on which dressing we use. I typically do ranch, so it'll increase it by 120 calories. And yeah, so that's our meal prep. If you'd like to see other meal prep videos from me, comment down below. Let me know what you'd like and like what types of food you're interested in me prepping. I typically don't prep specific meals. What I like to do, and I got this from Sarah's Day, and I believe I've shared it with you guys before, I like to prep like whole parts and then I measure it out as I'm going. So like I'll do all of the chicken or all of the sweet potatoes, things like that, and then all I have to do, it's pre-made, is I just put together combinations that I like and go from there. But lately I've been craving salad so bad, and it's kind of annoying to weigh out all the salad stuff every time. So this is going to be so helpful, and I won't be turning to the prepackaged Walmart salads, which will help me conserve, on plastic, conserve on calories. It's a win all the way around.
All right, guys, so I have made the salads. I've shown you guys the salads. I think they look great. I did decide to go ahead and use those little containers, all of them, even though I was unsure. I feel like they'll be really good even if we put other things in them for my husband's lunches and stuff. So I would like them to be about twice the size that they are, so we could do twice the amount of spinach, but everything else would stay the same. It would just be more spinach, just more space filler, if you will. Anyway, I hope that you guys enjoyed the meal prep section. I'm gonna go take this lipstick off and work out, and I'll see you guys after the workout. So, all right, beautiful people. So last little segment of this video, except for ending it, I am gonna do a quick circuit, and I also have got to clean. Let me see. So the hubs went somewhere. When he came back, I guess the garage door didn't shut all the way. And so like my studio lights and stuff were all blown over there. And then now we have all these leaves in here. And then we had a Noah hurricane, in the words of Layla, in her Layla hurricane. We had a Noah hurricane here today. And there's just boxes and toys everywhere. So I need to pick it up just a little bit before I do my circuit, and it's worth it. Having work out with me and getting to spend time with both of them is definitely worth more than a mess. But let's clean that up, and then it'll be it. Put some music on and be happy. That's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna put some music on and be happy.
Okay, so this workout is just a quick circuit. It starts with farmer's carries for a minute, and I probably should have gotten a heavier weight. When we do the 80-meter farmer's carry for kettlebell, for one, it's a lot farther. Two, it's up and down my driveway, which is a slight hill, all the way up, and then so it's slightly inclined. So it's a lot more difficult than just walking on our flat garage. Anyway, and then the burpees, I thought I was jumping like so high. I did start modifying because it was making me nervous. It didn't hurt or anything. Nothing hurt anywhere. I got overconfident, I felt like, and so I scaled it back. And my heart rate got really up when I was jumping up, which was awesome. But you'll see here, there we go. I'm just walking it back and then reaching up on my toes. So I tried to keep it more dynamic, but it wasn't nearly as explosive. And then followed after the modified burpees, or burpees if burpees hurt in your repertoire, I just did step ups. So I did 1 minute on the left and then 1 minute on the right. So step ups are really good for me, especially since my legs are still so imbalanced. I love these joggers that I'm wearing. I got them from Nordstrom Rack, and they were like on sale, so they were really cheap. But they are definitely not squat proof. I learned editing this video, so sorry, Anna. Anyway, after the step ups, I just rounded it out with walking lunges, and then after walking lunges is just a rest. So rest for 1 minute, and that's the circuit. So you just repeat that 3 times, or you could repeat it 5 times if you wanted more of a challenge. I definitely felt like it was a really good warm-up if we were doing like kettlebell or something else. Like, it didn't make me overtired. It made me feel like really, I don't know, jazzed. Gave me energy, which was good. So yeah.
That was good. It wasn't too intense. I need to stop it. So total was 16 minutes. I burned 257 calories. My average heart rate was 157 beats per minute. There we go. Anyway, I feel like my color looks good. Goodness. I really didn't think I was gonna get this type of workout going, but it felt good. When I cleaned the gym, I put on some like intense music to dance to. I feel like I got some weird shadows going on my face. Just have to pardon those. There's really no cure for them. It's an intense feeling workout, but it also like kicked my butt too. So like, I feel energized and stretched out. Like, I mean, I almost feel like this is a good warm-up exercise. So maybe if we do kettlebell again, this will be our warm-up. So anyway, it's good to be a little sweaty. I am gonna go finish editing this very video and upload it. And if you enjoyed watching today's video, if it motivated you to work out, that makes me so happy. Give me a thumbs up, please. Liking the sweat. as I'm sitting here, I'm just sweating more and more. It's nice. Maybe that's gross. I don't know. I don't know. I would love it for you to comment down below. Let me know what has been your favorite workout that you've done this month on your own, or with a workout buddy, or with me. What is your favorite workout that you've done so far this year? If you haven't done one, what is your favorite workout, period? And let me know if you plan on doing one this month so we can cheer you on. I love you guys so much. Thank you again for being here. It makes me so happy, and I look forward to seeing you tomorrow. Bye guys.